Okay, hello everyone. Can I introduce myself? So my name is Michael Albert, and I'm the speaker and one of the authors from this journal. And I'm from the informatics technology major in Kikengi School of Business. And here I want to present our paper called Real Market Basket Analysis using a priori and frequent pattern tree algorithm. Okay, so first I want to explain the introduction of our paper. These days, competition in the business, especially retail business, requires companies to create a strategy to improve the effectiveness of marketing and increase the number of sustainable sales. One of the most popular methods in marketing strategy is market basket analysis based on the transaction records. So the purpose of market basket analysis is to discover what products are most often purchased or used by consumers by analyzing purchasing patterns and find the important associations among the purchased items. This analysis gives several product recommendations that are considered attractive to consumers and purchased together to help the owners to make the decisions. So this requires a foresight analysis process to find the right pattern and takes a lot of time if done manually. So we can adopt association rules mining techniques such as a priori and FP3 to assist the companies to find frequent item patterns, important associations, and associated structures by transforming their raw data into useful knowledge through insightful data analysis. Okay, so here's the market basket analysis. So how does it help? It helps by identifies customer purchasing habits and discover associations between the different purchase items. So for of that material is matter to know what product that usually sold. Here's come the detail of association rules mining in the market basket. So association rule mining is used rule-based machine learning models to analyze data and discover interesting patterns in a database. Item sets, which are made up of two or more things, are used to calculate association rules. If rules are created by studying all conceivable item sets, there may be so many that some will be meaningless. With that, association rules are typically created from rules well represented in data. So for this study, we used two data sets. The second data is the real data. It is actual purchasing transactions in spare parts store. The supermarket transactions are generated from a random generated supermarket data and divided into 5 different transaction amounts from 500 until 8,000 transactions amounts. So here's the method. Various algorithms have been proposed to perform frequent item set mining. Among the most famous algorithms are a priori and the frequent pattern tree. The frequent pattern tree algorithm is an improvement to the a priori method. A frequent pattern is generated without the need for candidate generation. FP3 algorithm represents the database in the form of a tree called a frequent parse tree or FP3. Okay, so here I want to present the result of our experiment. In the experiment one, the execution time in various support number for transactions with the highest minimum support 0.05, the result shows a priori takes longer time than FPT algorithms because a priori did scan the dataset again in each iteration. So from these results, it indicates that the FP3 algorithm is the most efficient and effective for finding association rules especially in large data. And the experiment 2, the execution time with support level range between 0 until 0.05. Based on the second chart, we can see that the FP3 algorithms running time is shorter than a priori algorithms and have significant difference when support level is low. This proves that the FP3 algorithm is the most efficient and effective for finding association rules, but it's also a different story if we want to get the confidence and lift ratio value. Then it only exists in the a priori algorithm. So we can see in the experiment 3 figure on the left with 500 transaction and figure on the right with 8,000 transaction. It shows that FP3 generated much more item sets compared to the a priori algorithm. Even at 800 total transaction FP3, there are 2,400 total item set. That's way too much compared to the a priori. This is also showing differences between a priori and FP3 methods and algorithms. A priori algorithm will always generate and filtering items not only with support, but also with confidence and lift ratio. And that's why a priori will always showing fewer item sets compared to the FP3 algorithm. So this is the feedback rating from users, which can prove that item sets generated by a priori is more accurate than FP3 algorithm in the actual cells in Mandiri Cool Jaya store. We can see in the table 1 that a priori gained 9 item sets and the FP3 gained 14 item sets. We give the output from its algorithm to the user who owns the shop and ask him to give feedback on the which algorithm gives a more accurate result. So the user gave this rating 1 until 5 star for each generated item sets, as can be seen in these tables. Yeah, the user said that a priori is more in line with the actual purchase in the store because the top items sold at the same time in the store are actually indoor and outdoor air conditioners that were not in FP3 item sets. We can see in FP3, although a lot of items came out, most items had a low rating, while for a priori, even though the items came out a little, but it had more high rating items compared for the FP3. So it proves enough that item sets from a priori much more in line than the FP3 with the top 5 actual purchase in spare parts store. The a priori is accurate because it also has confidence and lift ratio in addition to having support. Even some of the item sets recommended by FP3 did not even sell well in the stores. Okay, so this is the conclusion that we had from comparing a priori and FP3 algorithm in this study. So first, FP3 are faster than a priori. Yeah, the experiment result from the study shows that a priori took a long time to run algorithm compared with the FP growth. The second is FP3 are generated more item sets because in both data sets, FP3 generated much more item sets compared to a priori. And the last conclusion is a priori is more accurate compared to the actual cells in Mandiri Cool Jaya store. So this is the end of my presentation about the real market basket analysis using a priori and frequent pattern tree algorithm. Thank you very much for all of your attention.